Tonight on the 706 NewsHour at night with Adam, Prince of Eternia. It's me, Adam Simmons. Julian and Isaac thought they were taking a trip into the woods, having a good time and making a funny video. Little did they know how wrong they were. Dead wrong. We sat with the cameraman, the only surviving member of the group, who made that trip on that fateful day. He asked his identity not be revealed, so we blurred his face. So you were the cameraman, but according to our researchers, you are also the Russian language translator? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just love the sound of Russian. Could you demonstrate some for us?
Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky.
Whoa. I don't know a lick of Russian, but I love the sound of it. And I can just tell you're the real deal.
Kozikov. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I trust a Kovich on both your houses. Musliski.
Korsakov! Did I say that right? Did I do it right?
Ah.
Good. Good. Well, I would love to sit here with you and speak about Russian on that, but we need to get on with our main story. It's already 7:16, and let's get on, moving on. So could you tell us about your role in the events that led to the unlikely demises of Isaac Ward and Julian Ward?
So I was a big fan.
Oh.
A big fan.
You were?
The biggest. I went to every convention, every signing, everything those boys ever did. I guess you could say I was in love. And so I went and I met them in TedCon in the con tent, and I said to them, "What are you doing next, boys?" And they said, well, what a good time, because we need someone to take us to Russia as a translator and a cameraman. And, well, being as a big fan as I was, I didn't ask any questions, and the next thing I knew, I was in Russia.
Sounds like a great deal.
Hey guys, I know that I didn't really ask before, and maybe I should have been the first thing I asked, but why are we here?
Well, I tend to think that's something that, everyone needs to sort of come to decide for themselves. Do you believe in God?
Baby.
That's not what I meant. Why are we out here in the middle of the Russian wilderness?
Well, it's like the hunt for the Babushka. The Babushka hunting documentary. It's kind of like a Bigfoot, but we just made up a creature's name based on the Russian word for grandmother. Babushka.
Okay.
Babushka. Yeah. So, that was kind of a weird situation at the airport, right? Didn't you have some trouble getting the flight attendant to understand you? What was that about?
Oh yes, I think it's because they spoke a different dialect of Russian than the one I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think of that.
How long
Thanks.
should we be out here for?
Oh, a few days, maybe a week tops. Week tops, yeah.
Babushka! Babushka! Babushka!
Hey, I know that we've been having fun here, and I really admire you guys, but when I was paid this in advance, at the time I didn't know we'd still be in Russia 6 weeks later. Would you mind if I asked for a raise or a bonus?
So, you were making a joke video in which you and your friends and you and the guys were hunting for a figment of the human psyche.
That's exactly right, Adam. Prince of Eternia.
We interviewed some of the locals about what they had heard about the Babushka.
I heard there's this old lady who follows the children around the houses at night. The Babushka!
the babushka can live up to 100 years! 100 years! The babushka! The babushka! Ah!
The babushka's gonna force feed you something, howdy. I say you need to fatten up! My friend Thomas Rasputin told me that the babushka has the needles hidden away in the cookie jar. Perfect for the children to come by and go for the delicious baked goods, but then, neatly bloody fingers of Babushka!
Since you were hunting for a fake creature, was there any plan to find anything at the end of the rainbow?
No, we were just going to surf out of malarkey and make a video with an open end. You know, we would hunt for Babushka for all of eternity.
But that's not what happened, is it? Did I say that right?
So,
Good, I wouldn't want to offend anybody. So tell me, what happened to you and those baby boys, the sweet baby boys in the Russian wilderness?
things got dicey.
Things went horribly wrong.
In the woods, I found it. Was it God? Was it devil? Or something beyond human understanding that only the dark recesses of the mind would be able to perceive? Only silence could protect me from my inner thoughts. The comfort of absolute absence. Solitude, silence. Nothing.
Hey, Babushka! You're nothing!
Nothing.
We're gonna go and see what that sound's about. Stay here.
Don't carry the one! Don't carry the one!
What the fuck was that? Wow. I don't know what it was, but I would sure like to know.
Not human. Or at least I don't think it was. Not only did I lose one of my best friends, I also lost one of my cameras in the fight.
I feel horrible for you and your friends.
You don't really look the same way I look whenever I see that video. What's with the smile?
Well, if I wasn't smiling, I'd be crying like a tiny little baby. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, I guess I was wrong. And I'm willing to admit it.
That's because you respect your elders, and I'm very old and have a lot of experience on this earth, and I've got a lot of things worth respecting. Do you have any Russian phrases or words of wisdom you might like to close the show with?
Well, I can think of one.
Well, lay it on me. Podcast the 706 NewsHour with Adam Simmons. Prince of Eternia brought to you tonight by the always glorious Adam and Simmons. Good night.
Go tell Babushka, go tell Babushka, go tell Babushka, don't carry the one.
Yes, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. And share it with your friends. Share it with your loved ones. If you think you have anyone who might like it, then you can share it with them. Yes, please do. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.